friend got fired from one of the which for showing fake experience. Is this the end? He faked his experience of 2 years and joined one of the witches not immediately. Had one more employer in between. The company's BGC team pointed out that since this is against our code of conduct, we are terminating you with immediate effect, and mentioned the same in the termination letter. Is it end of the tunnel for his career? For more info, below is his career graph. 3 years other domain experience, 2 year fake experience, 1 year legit experience, 8 months. Which experience? Terminated. People saying that it's over. Why? Couldn't he just apply somewhere else? IDK. So I'm asking. What are the witches? They traded 2 years of fake experience for 8 mo of real experience. Not a bad deal, IMO. Just don't lie on the next one. Your friend, huh? So they found this after 8 months. Why? How? The vetting of new joiners is super delayed. Work performance made them check again. Someone gave them a hint. They check all existing employees again to reduce headcount without layoffs. Maybe they changed the background check company. Some seem to be much more strict. LMAO who lies about work experience by faking 2 years in resume. I mean, it's not the end, but might wanna never tell anyone about this. Not because you might get potentially blacklisted. I don't think anyone gives a shit tbh, since it's not like they have a giant database keeping track of liars, but more because it's cringe AF and you might lose friends if they found out what you did. Had a guy that used to work with me lie on a resume applying to a position at my company where I was on the interview panel. When he walked into the conference room, you could see him mouth fuck. The projects he put on his resume for when we overlapped were all from my team that he had no involvement in, and he changed dates around by several years to bump experience. It's a small world. Don't make shit up. I've been downvoted for telling people not to lie. This is one of many cases that proves there is more risk than reward when it comes to lying. Friend. Yes, LMAO. It's over. Do not lie on resume. Especially something easily verifiable. Graduation dates, experience, work history, etc. Companies have dedicated HR services to catch these kind of things. You will get caught and have to deal with consequences. Come on, ick people here aren't that blind. We know exactly why you lied on the resume. Which companies seek foreign nationals that they can exploit in promises of sponsorship. Just unlucky that you happen to get caught. I've worked in immigration, and what these companies do to push unqualified people is straight up fraud. Curse them using ancient magic. If they can't have you, no one will. Friend. Companies lie to us all the time. But they can get away with it. However, when we lie, it can screw our car. Your friend, huh? Okay. He had to fake work experience to get into which he shouldn't be developing without additional training. I hate resume fakers. Is this friend in the room right now? Yes. He can be terminated for faking his credentials. It's not the end of him, but he'll have problem later if the company he's applying for would conduct a background check. How did they find this out 8 months into his employment? I thought places usually either check these things at the beginning or don't. I think he means 2 years of contract work that he signed an NDA for. Yeah, it's over. What is which? I thought fake experience was a prerequisite for work with which firms only about 1 in 100 people I have ever worked with from those firms had genuine experience. And that's probably being generous. It wasn't your friend. It was you. Getting fired from a witch is pretty bad, so, yeah. Good luck. How pathetic. People like this is why interviewing in tech is a mess. These idiots clog up the application process. Why the hell would you lie to get into which company? They hire anyone with a pulse. Padding your resume a little bit. Whatever you can defend is IMO okay to some extent, but outright faking the experience of 2 years when you had nothing to show for it. I wonder in what right mind you thought that'd be okay. IDK. Only put verifiable stuff in the background check resume. They waited until 8 months into his current tenure to look into his former employment. Sounds like there may have been performance issues. If there were, friend may be more screwed than he would have been otherwise. But clearly some companies don't look into things. So, I'd definitely keep applying and see what happens. Some people can build an entire career from lies. But I don't condone that. So, you're defending a criminal op. Leave it off his resume. LMAO. And then there's me who faked like what? An extra 8 years of experience and never got busted. Guy wanted to just be rich. Got sacked instead. Op, where did you claim you worked for the made up to yo? Also, did they not do an initial BG check after making the offer? What on earth is witch? WTF is a witch? He joined a coven. Whole lot of bootlickers in this comment section. LMFAO. He still has 4 years 8 months of legit experience. When employers call for verification of past employment, all the employer does is confirm dates. Nothing more. Well, it's not the end of his career. Just be honest going forward about your work experience. To be honest, he got what was coming to him. Lots of silly emotional comments. Personal opinions aside, is there any way? If so, what is it? Are they for future companies to find out about this? If OP lists the witch experience or hides it, he can apply for other jobs, but just don't lie next time. Just say you freelanced. EZ. What's witch in this context? Why did your friend even join a WITCH company to begin with? Could he get someone from his old company or someone from the witch company who isn't an asshole to be at least a neutral reference? There was someone who was more deserving of this position. So your friend might as well switch careers. Is this in the US? Just leave the 2 years absent and say you signed an NDA and the work was tangentially related to the position you're applying for. Yay. Probably don't do that. He had 4-year legit experience. Why did he fake? Ask him to join a small company with lax BGV. Did they add employment at a job they never had, or did they stretch out dates at places they had worked? So for example, if they stretched dates, then they did work everywhere they said they did, but they didn't work there for as long as they reported. Which no. I am the one who fakes. What us which? LMAO. Chicken Little. The end is nigh when we are getting caught and experience the consequences of lying on our resumes to work at what are some of the worst places to work.